The New York Giants.
Yeah, So I was thinking I have to come with a curveball, and I thought that was too absurd. I cannot sell this because I did the same thing. I was like, and Abdul Carter, like they're just gonna give hell to everybody. But I was like, but a top 10 defense, I guess it's possible. But yeah, I consider it.
Here's the thing. They also added some players in the back end that I think could stabilize things. Javon Holland at safety, Paulson Adebo, Drew Phillips is really good. I really like the combination of Javon Holland and Tyler Nubin together because I think you can have Nubin playing closer to the box where he's better, personally. But set that aside. This is all about the front. Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yo, Giants Nation. Buckle up, because we're diving into some electrifying New York Giants news that's got the NFL buzzing. What if I told you our defense could be the nightmare fuel for quarterbacks across the league in 2025? That's right, Big Blue's front line is shaping up to be a game changer, and one bold analyst is calling it. The Giants could crash the top 10 defenses in the NFL. Are you ready to unpack this? Let's hit the ground running and break down why our New York Giants are poised to dominate, who's leading the charge, and what it means for our season. Smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get this hype train rolling. Alright, Giants fans, let's set the stage. After a rough 3-14 season in 2024, the New York Giants are coming into 2025 as one of the most enigmatic teams in the league. The offense. Yeah, it's got some question marks. Russell Wilson's holding the QB1 spot for now, but rookie Jackson Dart's waiting in the wings, and that offensive line's still a work in progress. But the defense. Oh baby, that's where the magic's happening. ESPN's Mina Kimes, one of the sharpest minds in football, just dropped a bombshell on her show. The Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny, ranking our Giants defense as the 10th best in the NFL for 2025. That's right, top 10. But why is she so high on Big Blue? And should we be as hyped as she is? Let's dive into the heart of this defense and find out. First off, let's talk about the absolute beasts anchoring this unit. Kimes didn't hold back when she described our defensive line as a nightmare. Picture this: Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, and Kayvon Thibodeau storming the field like a pack of wolves. That's not just a defensive line, that's a quarterback's worst nightmare. Dexter Lawrence, the heartbeat of this squad, is a force of nature. This 27-year-old defensive tackle is coming off a 2024 season where he racked up 9 sacks and an 83.8 run defense grade from Pro Football Focus. The dude's been voted an All-Pro by his peers 3 years running, and it's no wonder why. Opposing linemen have to double-team him just to survive. That opens the door for Burns, a multi-time Pro Bowler, and Thibodeau, who's gunning for a big contract extension, to feast on quarterbacks. And then there's the new kid on the block, Abdul Carter, the number 3 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. This guy's got game wrecker written all over him. Now let's zoom in on Carter because this rookie is turning heads. Drafted out of Penn State, he's a bit undersized for an edge rusher, but don't let that fool you. His explosiveness is off the charts, and his versatility? Chef's kiss. He can line up anywhere on the field, giving defensive coordinator Shane Bowen endless options to mess with opposing offenses. Sure, there's some risk. Carter only played 1 year as an edge rusher in college, and he had some injury concerns pre-draft, but the early buzz from rookie camp is electric. Analysts are calling him a Defensive Rookie of the Year favorite, and Kimes is all in, saying, every year, there's a defense where the pass rush just goes nuclear, and I feel like, why not the Giants? Giants Nation, are you feeling that? Could Carter be the spark that takes this defense from good to elite? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's hear your bold predictions for this kid. But it's not just the big names. The Giants have depth, and that's what's got analysts like Kimes so excited. They didn't just stop at Burns, Lawrence, Thibodeau, and Carter. GM Joe Schoen went to work, adding Chauncey Golston and third-round pick Darius Alexander to the mix. Pro Football Focus even ranked the Giants' defensive line as the 3rd best in the NFL heading into 2025, saying, arguably no team has done more in the NFL to strengthen its defensive line and pass rush over the past couple of seasons. That's high praise. With guys like Rakeem Nunez-Roches and Roy Robertson Harris also in the rotation, This unit is stacked. Imagine the chaos when Lawrence draws double teams, leaving one-on-one matchups for Burns, Carter, or Thibodeau. That's the kind of pressure that can turn games upside down. Now let's talk about the secondary, because Schoen didn't just beef up the front line. He went all in on fixing a secondary that's been a weak spot for years. Enter free agent signings Jevon Holland and Paulson Adebo, two proven playmakers who bring stability and swagger to the back end. Holland, coming off a 3-year, $45.3 million deal, is a ball-hawking safety who can shut down passing lanes. Adebo, a lockdown corner, pairs perfectly with young talents like Deonte Banks, Drew Phillips, and Tyler Nubin. Defensive coordinator Shane Bowen's been raving about safety Dane Belton, too, saying he's been really good this spring and they need to find ways to get him on the field. This group's got potential, but PFF's John Kosko threw some shade, ranking the Giants' secondary 24th in the league. Ouch. Do you think our secondary's being slept on, or do they have something to prove? Hit the comments and let's debate. Here's the catch, though. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. The Giants' run defense was a glaring weakness in 2024, allowing the 6th most rushing yards in the NFL and a brutal 5.2 yards per carry when Lawrence went down with a dislocated elbow in Week 13. Rakeem Nunez-Roches didn't mince words when he spoke to Yahoo Sports, saying the team got a wake-up call without Lawrence. The solution: stop the run first. Easier said than done, right? The Giants are still thin at linebacker, and their 3-4 scheme, sometimes morphing into a 2-4-5, hasn't always been stout against the ground game. Can new additions like Galston and Robertson Harris plug those gaps? Or will teams like the Eagles and Cowboys, with their punishing run games, exploit this weakness? I want to hear your take. How do we fix this run defense? Drop it in the comments. Now, let's zoom out and look at the big picture. The Giants' defense is loaded with talent, but they're facing one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. They'll go up against the NFC North and AFC West, two divisions stacked with high-powered offenses. Bleacher Report's Mo Moton threw cold water on the hype, predicting the Giants could finish last in the NFC East again, even with these defensive upgrades. But here's where I disagree. Keim's bold prediction isn't just wishful thinking. If this pass rush lives up to its potential, hitting top 5 in sacks like Sportsnaut predicts, with Carter leading at 12, and the secondary gels under Bowen's second year, this defense could carry the team. Pair that with a modest defensive improvement, say 20 points per game, as Sharp Football Analysis suggests, and we're talking about a squad that could flirt with .500 or even sneak into a wild card spot. What do you think, Giants Nation? Are we sleeping on a playoff run, or is this defense our only hope? Let's get that comment section popping. Oh, and before we wrap up, I checked the official New York Giants website and some recent updates to make sure we're locked in. The team's been hyping up their defensive line on social media, with a post on July 9th showing players hitting the gym and getting ready for camp. They also shared a clip of every sack from Burns, Thibodeau, Lawrence, and Carter in 2024. Pure chaos. Training camp's just around the corner, starting in late July at Quest Diagnostics Training Center, and all eyes will be on how this unit comes together. I'll keep digging for the latest New York Giants news to keep you posted, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for real-time updates. Giants Nation, this defense has the potential to be special, but it's up to them to prove it on the field. Mina Kimes is calling her shot, and I'm here for it. Will Dexter Lawrence cement his legacy as an All-Pro? Can Abdul Carter live up to the hype as a rookie? And will this pass rush make quarterbacks across the NFL lose sleep? I need your predictions. Drop them in the comments, and let's see who's got the boldest take. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with every Giants fan you know. Let's keep the big blue energy alive and make some noise in 2025. Go Giants!